Welcome to UnScripted. Quick note before we begin. The cast and crew will accept zero responsibility or liability for any decisions that listeners make after listening to us, be that good or otherwise. Honestly, people, do not take life advice from us, as we are not experts in anything useful. We're simply here to share our opinions and hopefully provoke thought and not wrath. And of course, if we hurt your feelings, that will be addressed at some point in life. But hopefully today is not that day. So listen responsibly and enjoy.
Alright, partners. Yeah! Welcome again, everybody.
Should I put my phone on silent?
I would recommend that you do that.
Okay.
I think we're recording, so you don't know. Welcome again to another episode of UnScripted.
Woo!
Yeah, it's nice. I would never plan that. So, I'm your host, Cafe, but of course, we're there with my panel and my favorite co-host, my favorite people. You don't know the international superstar Crazy T across the street.
Hey.
You don't know the great, the illustrious Rodney Campbell, fresh from Jamaican. Man's out here in that Brixton wear, yeah?
Europa.
Hey.
How you say?
Como se dice?
UK.
Como se dice UK?
Europa.
¿Tú hablas español?
Poquito.
Oh, poquito. Bien.
Yeah, wifey.
No.
God is off on vacation.
And this is that guy.
Happy vacay, guys!
Yeah, so I did vacay, got off on vacation. I actually did that like a boozy vacay, we're not that way right now. But who have right here?
Who goes to Dubai?
One Denny Q. Jaja.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we have a female on the panel, of course. Hot. That's gonna be interesting. A hot female.
Yes.
That goes without saying. Still, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Room warm up, like you see some of the GM style being differently. That's all the one.
Mikey.
Hey yo.
Bill.
Yeah. But it's a good time. We got good fun today.
We are.
Couple of the things I have to talk about is ice and plastic. Yeah, we're sponsors. Of course, every week we are sponsored by Ice and Plastic. As you can see, a whole heap of plastic there, but
Nothing like ice.
Rodney,
We have done in that plastic stuff that too.
Rodney left all over the ice.
It's BPA. So.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What BPA stand for? I'm gonna have a clue what I
I
know.
feel it.
Oh, cool.
Blood pressure and
BPA free. Sorry.
BPA Society.
BPA free.
Yeah, shout out to the BPA Society of Jamaica. Big up on the damn set. Wait, so what going on is? Not for you, tell me.
Mafia higher.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
His sentencing was
You guys have to bring me up to speed. What was
triggering.
sentenced?
Yeah,
What is it?
13.
13?
13 years.
But there are mitigating circumstances.
So,
Okay. How is he serving?
hold on, no. Let's go into it properly. So for those who are unaware, I mean, if you've been living under, there was a little youth, lock up his girlfriend in her dorm, burn her with iron, beat her with the choke her, all kind of something.
Yeah.
V8, put him on him on some status, and that's how he got caught. Thank God he was stupid.
1000%.
Yeah. And then in the court, there must have woman and parents and the court and everybody that say, yo, you're in trouble, you have mental issues for a long time. You didn't see it, this specialist, that specialist. And at some point, society in general is looking at it like, yeah, man, I get some insanity plea and, you know, like a pat on the wrist because, you know, outdoor lights give you.
That was good.
And then Paul, that get 13 and a half years.
Well, he got guilty.
Yeah. But, I mean, there was still that insanity plea coming in where they would have tried to get him like a tap on the wrist and maybe send him to like, you know, rehab or something like that. I'm sure that's what society in general is looking at it like.
Only because it's addressed and in family background.
Yeah.
And this misconception we have that only poor people in Jamaica.
I mean, history would have made us feel that way.
Yeah, well, look here. How many people who have money go to trial? And how many people who don't go to trial? 10,000 people who do have money go to trial, 5,000 go to prison. If 400 people have money go to trial, 15 go to prison.
But too much mustard
So-
so, around them, man.
Yeah, I don't think all this coming fast. Bear in mind.
Few of them have no way
No,
out.
Brandon,
You know how many people out there who are coming crime? Where we are all on bond? No.
Of course not.
The numbers are lower, bro, so your convictions will be lower. It's not that they don't, that them always get to it. It's that far less of them go. But if she didn't have this kind of trauma to physically talk about, maybe he would have walked to who knows.
True, but I want to also reiterate, just for, let's kind of run through it really quickly. This young man took someone's daughter, his girlfriend. They're in university, I think it was first or second year. He locked the door, so he locked her in his dorm room. He burned her with an iron.
Like a day.
An iron.
Yeah.
You know, iron big, iron when they use iron
I
clothes.
can't trigger everybody in here, you know, I'm gonna read the details. Go and tell the story. No, go and tell the story, I'm gonna find it.
Burned her with an iron. Beat her with a belt. This little girl who probably never get beaten in her life. But her boyfriend is now beating her with a belt after he burned her with the iron, leaving her with those marks.
And the quiet there talk about shower, I think that's something.
Yes.
You want me to read the thing? Yeah,
Please.
it triggering it, but. Alright.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. So it says, Hyde, who pled guilty in September, had not only used an electric iron to sear the complainant on both her bottom cheeks, her two breasts, in between, her nose, lips, forehead, arms, two jaws, and both sides of her back, but also kicked her, pulled her by the hair, held her by the throat, and beat her with a belt. Yo, there's more details. It gets real graphic.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I have a daughter. I'm not even
I was about to say, like,
Every time
I have a daughter, man.
You know, one of the things that stood out to me from the beginning of this, when we got some intricate details about it and the length of time it took place. If you're familiar with the downs, for the length of time it took place and all the things he did, I said, nobody.
Nobody heard her?
No, I think we reached that stage where we probably hear certain things.
What
And
is
we
this
just,
says?
we just go through and say,
Yeah.
I don't
So this
know
thing was
why.
a trial?
Yeah.
It was a trial or how it go?
They started to have a trial and then he pled guilty, which then.
So after he plead guilty, like everything just started. Like what was his? Did he get to speak at all or anything?
No, he never did.
Just
No, he never
just said
did.
nothing. Just.
No.
His defense.
Well, that's
his
why
defense.
His
So,
defense put up
so
his
why
argument.
in no reason?
That's what defense tried to say. So in defense, they tried to say
He has a
you know,
history.
him have mental
of
issues.
Different things.
From as a little youth, and them say it's like him head chip and
No, it's
he
not.
never conscious of what he man do.
The
Just-
most important part was
He had an
So
episode.
it was
mental
over a
issues.
long period of time, right?
It was his,
3 days.
it was
Yeah,
his,
3 days.
yeah, it was his history of trauma
Right.
and different things that have happened to him, which
And how he used to lash out. So that what they were saying is that he's known to lash out like this and do weird things because in the past them have situations where them have to see other therapists before and them have those documented from when he was a child, which cool.
But there are several things that
end of school and do what
But
you
so
know.
if you follow society, everybody going to need some kind of therapy.
Exactly that. So that's not.
that's why you have a lawyer.
That's no excuse.
That's why you have a lawyer, bro.
No, let's not try to figure out somebody to lock her in the dorm room and go on about his business during these 3 days.
No,
he must be
there with her.
Yeah, he's in there with
In
her.
there with her, and it's oh my god.
She
So,
did.
you know, like emotional patient for her. If there's one thing for learn right now, and speaking of the Cleveland, but
Hey.
it's okay. It's okay if we get one. Like, it's okay if we get one. I'm thinking earlier in our life we get one, and the better. Because
Oh, so that's why he did it? That's what
yeah.
There was some.
He
She was at
was
least-
on the depression, say yo,
Yeah, that's
shot
exactly
next
what
man. Bro, like, so what?
And I think they got to the point where they were not any longer in a solid
Right.
thing. There was some
Yeah, it was shaky.
Yes.
X thing happening. But
Yeah.
the,
No,
the
you know,
part of
nobody-
this is.
Also, she left him and he know she don't feel that.
Yeah, but if you
Somewhere.
you need to understand the sentence as well,
Somewhere.
because there are a lot of people who were very upset when they heard about 13. But then
I was gonna say,
a lot
I
of
don't
people
like that.
also said they were surprised because they really thought that
He was
you
gonna get
know
off.
the argument about
Yeah,
his
it's time
history.
to would have worked.
She got $2 million prior to
$2 million US?
getting to this point, right?
In an attempt to settle.
Well, as part of the mitigation, You're
I'm
trying
sure there's probably medical expenses.
Yeah, so you're trying to make things,
Oh, this is from his family.
yeah, not as bad as. So her attorneys, I suspect, have encouraged her now to pursue a civil case.
Right.
Truth be told, now that he's already got the 13 years, if you're going to come and say, all right, I need $10 million, the family might consider that he's an adult. He's not 14 years old. He's already going to prison. They don't really need to pay this money because he's responsible to pay this money. They paid it for him because of the circumstance. So, and if you pay it out of boy done gone bad already. But paying it wouldn't then suddenly make his sentence reduced. Then we take it. I think all in all, I think he'll do 10 years.
So what would I worry though? Whether or not he should have gotten 13 or whether they should get more?
His age,
What do you feel?
his age and his in circumstance, 13 years.
It really matter how you feel. I mean, if the judge decides that 13 and not 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you think more or less are that okay?
For me personally, 13 sounds little, but I will say this: 13 years including what? Is he gonna get 30? Is he gonna go? Is he gonna? Because the thing is, people don't understand. Time don't heal nothing. It's time and work, time and consistent determination to be a better person.
Yeah.
So if he's just sitting in prison every day, waking up, eating his 3 meals, going to sleep, after 13 years old, he's gonna come out the same person. He's just gonna come out a grown-up version.
We also have to understand,
of himself.
that he is uptown. We're not even. I mean, not only uptown, but he very much represents a certain social strata when you look at him as well. 13 years for him.
Sorry for cutting
It's
you.
going to be
Which
very
social
good.
strata does she represent? Like how she look?
As far as I know, I think she's
Sorry.
middle. I think she's middle.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the
Okay.
middle. Right?
Okay.
But his family is a well-known family. You understand? But when you look at him and what he presents doing 13 years in the system, he's young. We don't have a tendency to throw the entire life of prison at younger people.
But in 13 years, he's still be young.
Well, there you go, yeah. But if you give him 25 years, remember, that's why lawyers, defense lawyers and prosecution come together with these things.
Right.
They both made an understanding or agreed to, knowing that one is age, the mitigating circumstances of his social background, the restitution that was made, which in many ways, money serves.
Never look up.
Restitution.
Got there.
What do I do, man? Yeah, so all these things compensate for the length of time that you give to Tom.
Okay.
Right?
It's funny that we're on this topic of penalties. Personally, if what I've heard about what happens in prison, if even 5% of it is true, 13 years of that, I think you will come out a different person. That probably will be therapy. So,
But is he gonna come up better or worse?
that's not for me to decide. But,
That's the question.
while we're on the topic of penalties, we haven't heard much about that other disturbing situation
Yeah.
with little girls and them and
I can't see that.
yo, that trigger me again.
I know.
I mean,
It's so funny.
I've seen both sides of the coin. I see a lot of people saying, yo, throw them under jail and lock them up forever.
Yeah.
In the same way that you're thinking about therapy and making sure that they become better people.
I don't know.
They are boys, and the truth is, some of them I believe are reenacting what they see in their own homes.
True.
And two, some of them under peer pressure and just follow them bridging them and just to be a part of the group. So at this point, I don't want to condemn them because so boys have children, have sons.
And so you cannot afford.
No, of course, I believe in consequences. They need to learn.
You can't afford.
How do we strike that balance?
You see, when you start off with, but they're boys,
Right.
I'm happy that maybe a lot of the people in my life back in the day, they probably show me some mercy when we had to do some weird things out the road and I go on. But as time go by, you have to understand why the thing comes down the way it does. They're just boys. It's one of the wickedest
True.
escape route you can give.
Yeah, man. Don't take it that way.
Yeah, I know something about meant it that way, but
I
say to you,
I get you. That's not the cop out. In the same way, they're children because I remember somebody posited an argument to say, hey, you see, if a woman decides that she wanted to be with 6 men, and that was a conscious decision that she made, when you got to the 5th one, she has the right to say, yo, I'm change my mind. And that I know should be a no.
Right.
You know what I mean? But would that then reflect on the woman? Would anybody feel like they want to judge the woman because of her decision that she has to say, yo, you know, I need to decide to me, you want to stay with 6 men? We look at it badly, and I believe there's a possibility that is a combination of the two.
Oh,
you know what I mean? We can't rule it out, none of us were there.
There's an understanding that some information itself that go to say, yo, this did cool
It don't even matter.
until.
It don't even matter. My thing is, how do we make better people out of both of them? Because the young lady is also in a situation where she, I'm sure, is feeling some level of embarrassment, a lot of trauma. You know what I mean? She has to deal with all type of different things. How do we make sure that both of them, the young lady and the young boys,
1,000%.
get out better people?
You know what this whole situation reminded me of too? The situation. When I saw that one with Cassie, you know, when that video came out with Cassie and we saw him. And there were certain things I had to point to some women because women were bashing her. Oh, she knew what she was doing. That's not the dispute here. So many things are against her.
Right.
But yet she knew what she was into.
And
but when you
tried
sit
to
down
change
with
her
woman,
mind.
it made me so like flabbergasted having to explain this to women. I said, did you notice that woman had her shoes in her hand, tiptoeing out of the place, trying to. That is a woman that is scared for her life. She don't even want a man hear her or walk out.
Flabbergasted, surprised.
No, we know this is innocent. He's not challenge them big word. I don't know what we say. Momentary.
But then
shock
you
and
see here,
surprise.
which goes back to even our initial conversation before we came out, we were talking about empathy.
Yeah.
No people can't recognize them things there. So yes, was she wrong for being there? Yes. But do we condemn her?
It's all
no way.
It's a socialization.
We shouldn't.
It's a socialization. When I tell you that if Craig now beat you,
Hey.
him not love you.
Yay.
Understand say that our grandmother did say, great grandmother said, me said, and you are expected to tell your daughter the same thing. Yeah? Bro, you just get thrown in there as an example, bro. No, when you think about it.
Why them always keep on Tyson?
No, man.
Every time they keep on Tyson.
No, man, from him done Mikey, everything done bad. But you see this circle, and your family, and everything by extension, sooner or later, the voice that comes to the table and say, no man, but this wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody turn and say, something wrong with you.
I was just about to add that to what you were saying.
Because you clearly.
You become the villain now.
Alright, and it's just one of them things. When you're a young boy, you know, I'm gonna make the mistake of talking about your father, girlfriend, and go salad and them something. You sit down and learn the way a lot of women interpret some things, and it's frightening to you, you know. It's almost like one woman complain about our boyfriend a cheat or everybody said, you don't understand, you don't want that money, just there with you alone, and you say, oh, see? Where are these
I really
philosophies
think every man should
from?
experience salon.
A salon teacher, brother.
The thing is, is how me see, come and listen to me. Is each individual's right to set their own personal boundaries.
Sure.
What is happening universally right now is the erosion of respect of people's personal boundaries. That's what's happening. Because if this woman decides that she wants to fuck 5 man and not 6, it's fair business. So if you end up being the 6, you must fuck off. I really so it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
But nowadays you find you have youths what them feel like them entitled to that 6th place.
Definitely.
Yeah, and them feel like she enough have the right you can tell them say because him get this and him get that, so when my own
entitlement.
You understand? And it's the same thing with the youth, with when them high laptop Same high. It's the same kind of, but it's slightly different.
It's slightly different, but
the reason why I said because
like you have entitlement.
but I have to kind of preach differently too, because as a brother always have done popular opinion. Some women like when you beat them with belts.
True.
You understand? There are situations, that's why excellence are things. Some people like when you draw them by them ears, some people like when you choke them, some people like when you beat them.
History of it, and then one day it was went bad.
The thing is, but it go bad one day because of the lack of respect for whoever that person is, their personal boundary. If them decide, say, alright, you can throw up your big with a belt, but when I really want to iron burn today. If you can know, say, alright, not iron burn.
No iron burn today, That respect has to be there.
Not going today. So that's the thing, so I listen to it, and aside from the burning with the iron, it's nothing. I never see it because,
No, but
tie up and left and 3
days?
Bro. You have quirky people out
You should
there.
like it,
A lot of.
But
You have you also have people out there that want you to push them right to the edge of what they like.
That's true.
Them like being at a point where they might not like.
And you know the only time is a problem when we have a country. Then no, it's when suddenly you're the first.
and they're not playing no more at this point this year.
And that's why you sometimes end up with these very bad situations.
And it's also an issue when the public gets involved because
1000%.
these boundaries and these interactions are private interactions.
Yep.
So it reach a point now where,
Yeah, but you post it on the WhatsApp status, so you definitely invite that shit.
Very.
With him trouble. Yeah, with him case, I think he's a special case. I understand what you're saying. We're not making a defense for him. No, not defense.
No.
But what I'm saying is there are unique situations where people are consensually doing these things and they might enjoy it.
100%, yes. And for those who want to learn about sexual boundaries, if you don't watch 50 Shades, please don't watch it. You will definitely learn about sexual boundaries. No, all of them.
Then they never share our favorite movies.
No. Absolutely not one of my favorites. But let's
50 Shades in a week, though. Tell the truth.
I mean, not to me. I thought it was all of them.
Right there shows
Well, the movie and the book's different.
The movie and the book's different. I prefer the book.
Hey!
But with that generation over, nobody don't really like to read.
Weak.
But
Watch the movies. Yeah, man, the books are really good. But it teaches, because for me, with everything, I feel like everything that we watch, everything that we read, we learn. So when you watch the movie, if you learn visually, watch the movie and pay attention to the lessons, because it's not just about, having sex and being a dominate, whatever. It's actually teaching you sexual boundaries. Like if you notice, when one girl say, oh no, he said, alright, cool.
Him have a bill.
Him have a bill.
Even
if he doesn't want to.
That's money.
It's respect.
At the end of the day, this I think is the message. No means
No means a fuck no. I know it's a full sentence.
Before you reach this up, what I want to advise the man, please remember, not because she said she want that and everything she said she want, sometimes if you stop, you have to ask yourself and stop yourself long before the no argument. From you,
pay attention.
when a woman tell you about, yeah man, tie around her neck and she'll tell the tie that don't be a fool to the system.
Yeah.
If you think that, yo,
This
something right yourself.
Yeah.
better she stand and laugh after your scandal. Walk away because you see,
that
in the moment
both
when
genders.
it's crossed,
That have
Both
both
genders.
that's when it crossed the problem, and the problem can't fix right
Yeah.
then and there.
Yep.
You
You're right.
can't tell the policeman say,
You're right.
she, you tell me now and then.
That was
Funny. Alright, so we have one more kind of the person that can work my own sugar.
okay, hold on.
What's your name? Barbara Gill.
Oh man.
Renowned journalist.
You know,
Lady, the home. I'll be a kind citizen now. Minister to this youth. Apparently, allegedly.
Barbara teach me how you think
My sources who live in the community and they must say, yo, man is a gardener and like, she minister to the people and if they come to our house.
Bro, she said, what is it? Barbara said,
Kind lady.
we call it prayers and scripture verse and it, every day through the day. Barbara Gill is what I call the most celebrated, unassuming, unannounced person. If Barbara Gill walked into this room, all the people who always talk about her by name and rate her the most, you would never think of she that. She's that little lady in the corner. Barbara probably 5'1" or if so much. And weigh almost none. She's always been jovial and thing, but a very quiet, unassuming one, right?
More much of the animal you have to
For you to beat her in her head, not hit her in the head, beat her in the head, she was bludgeoned. You want to look up that to them.
I mean, no, I think we know
But
what that means.
when you think about it,
I spell ELOOD.
Stop it!
no, I mean a joke, for somebody that I personally think is two people, because the two acts that took her out are so totally different. For you to beat somebody in the head and also be the person who stabbed her several times in the right side of her neck, I'm gonna say, how would that work? If you box on Barbara Gill based on her age, she's 77, based on her age, her physique, everything. One boxer and wrong man, she probably knock out. So it's not as if you needed to dominate her.
Yeah.
It seems like you were already insistent on getting something. Where the money are, and she said, so the more she probably, I tell you, me not have it, is the more you're enraged because stabbing somebody 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, repeatedly, take a lot of rage. To bludgeon a woman of her age and thing, and the irony of all ironies, she spent her life 4.5 or 5 decades a cover crime and courthouse and became a victim
What's that?
of a crime. I'm going to tell you something, Reggie.
So when the breaking and
No, I think he went in willingly.
There was.
I think he was there and
There was a video, I think she was on the porch, like
Yeah.
on her front porch,
Yeah.
ministering to the young man.
Yeah.
And then apparently after that, things got messy.
you know, all the time, okay, so as per usual, you know, these stories I already hear them until we decide to start talking about them. But all the time I hear stats or numbers or modes of attack like this is in crimes of passion.
Yeah.
So
Or passion/rage.
right. So like me I try in my head now me I try to say why would somebody have that kind of rage towards old lady? You know, and such a scene as I said, honestly, such a lady work when I read it. Other people are trouble people. Why would somebody have
Not physically imposing at all, why that, you know? You never feel like that person is anonymous.
Well, I remember
Or-
having talked to a young man who killed several people in Thailand.
could
Not
possibly.
Russian Barnett, but before Russian Barnett, Russian did
Yeah,
5.
sometimes so.
This person did 3. And one of the things he said was that he had been deported. And at the time, there was some money that he was supposed to get. And he realized, okay, the person who didn't think of the money says she have the money. And he got there and said, you need the money, you need the money. And he leave and say, alright, if you not get the money, when he come back, and he came back and saw she almost two other people, said stab one first, and I tell her, I said, then get vexed, he go stab the next one. I said, in the end, that's really what this whole rage was about. Yeah.
So what's she rapping? What's that?
They took our car and our phone. The scene itself was an experience, man, but it wasn't the typical murder scene. It was dread. Because I mean, you can imagine, obviously, several to the neck. That's a lot of spraying, bashing, what have you. But clearly, part of it too is familiarity. Because I think for you to drive out her car out of that gated community, the advantage is when you drive out, most time people don't pay no mind, because if you live there, you can drive out through residence gate.
Actually, yeah, so the security doesn't stop you at the exit.
Yeah, if you're coming in,
it's a barrier, you slow down.
If you're coming in, you have to go either visitor or resident.
Mm-hmm.
So that now requires, how are you? Because you're supposed to have your thing as a resident to come in. So I think he knew well.
So that's the show's ministering to him, or
so that's what
she look here, she preached to everybody and she had prayers meeting, and because she retired now, so she pretty much just the woman every morning she walk and
but there's a video.
Thing. They caught him on camera, but
face and everything.
That's still they have him.
As my experience.
Finally, the Jamaican police found somebody in nearby bushes. So he disposed of the vehicle.
I think he still have the phone.
He disposed of the vehicle in bushes, and they decided to search the nearby bushes this time. And the Jamaican police say, yeah, we'll find him.
Wow.
First.
I think he still had the phone though. So, can't remember technology,
Yeah, this guy is not a very bright criminal. Not many, most criminals.
Actually, no. And even that.
This boy is demented.
She catch him on something.
True.
Maybe.
I thought of that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe she catch him on something.
Maybe because there was a report that said he was trying to break into another neighbor's house. Because I'd say he's the gardener for Monday, or you live next door. So he tried breaking into Monday, and probably she caught him. It's a possibility. I mean, condolences, thoughts and prayers to the family. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Barbara.
Yeah, best wishes to the family.
Yeah, it's and the fraternity, I mean.
Quick 2 minutes on Paula.
Paula, what was that?
You gotta tell us. When it comes to anything at this nature, this number you don't got believe it in.
Well, she's
the
appeal court has found that
can't keep the work.
Yeah, that she should have been, they erred in their judgment according to them, and that she should have been allowed to continue given the extension of the age. So it's pretty much alright. So now we can make some people work little older, but she never does on draw feet at the right time. So alright, go on. The higher court come and say, no man, but look here. She fit in the age bracket. You should appreciate that, giving her extension and allow her to go and work. And the crux of it really going to come down to how one court interpreted what was presented and how the appeals court looked at it. And I suspect the appeals court simply said, we think it is quite fair for her to be allowed under the increase of age, and that she had her contract extended. When I came, little before it should or little after it should, don't use age as the argument. So now, I believe you will continue to pay her over time, because remember now, this Ms. Thompson, DPB Thompson, has been acting. So all that happens now is that the substantive post, this is where it goes back to our substantive post, and Ms. Thompson naturally would go back to hers. How much longer that contract will be, I suspect the DPP probably will do 2 more years, I think. Probably 2 more years, and then probably call it a day.
Badness. See, we can't always count on running for these things. So long and short, Paula keep the work 2 more years.
Yeah.
Big up Paula.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I like the shirt.
Yeah, kindness is so gangster.
The shirt are so nice.
You think of the content.
The letters.
Yo, we can't wait. So in God forward, we can't wait to tell God how the money about different. It's nice and
I don't mind them are running, man.
yo, man, try to be inclusive.
Hey.
Try to be inclusive.
You don't need to be inclusive with that.
Mikey. Go easy.
Juicy. Everybody say juicy.
Juicy.
The juicy participation.
Yo.
Thank you.
First of all, me, I'm going to pick with Thunder because Thunder, oh, you have to say Instagram obsolete. You're out of order.
No,
Sorry,
Thunder.
like, show me off.
I'm
Like,
Freddie the girl said Instagram obsolete. No, so, wow.
That's surprising. That's
yeah.
it. For social media,
No.
Damn.
Let me tell you, TikTok is a whole different arena.
It's like a whole universe.
It's a whole different universe. That's Gen Z's world over
We
there.
were having a conversation about TikTok earlier. I would have said,
That we're
yeah, alright, yeah.
Okay,
Keep going.
Bro, it's a jungle.
Yes, that's what it is.
People that kill people for money now,
We have all
guys.
type of money, like all kind of things going on.
Weird.
Two things, in my opinion, as somebody who is no, you know,
But you have to tell them the story because for those who don't know
the
what
story.
happened.
So the TikToker Tonda TV, she's always doing voiceovers, making songs, using her vocals, you know, talking, saying different things, creating content, and she says some funny stuff sometimes. Like, not gonna lie, like I've seen a few of her videos. She's hilarious. She is the one responsible for the song I Am in Jamaica, Where Are You? I know we all know that song. We must all know that song.
I learned it when I was watching that video. Like,
So it's huge on TikTok,
Yeah.
and everybody uses
Everybody's
it.
taking
Everybody
it.
voice over.
Everybody
I'm in
uses it.
Jamaica, where are you? You know what I mean? So no,
Straight.
Juicy Beef has taken the sound, which is it's TikTok's intellectual property, yes, but it's also Tonda's intellectual property because it's Tonda's sound. It comes from her, and when you look at the reel that they posted, you can see that the sound says
original
Tonda TV,
person.
the original person.
Right.
And they've taken her song, used it, but used another TikToker in the commercial.
who named it? Juicy.
Juicy, yes.
Okay.
So Juicy
So on Juicy post it on the TV song?
No.
on the TikTok.
On the TikTok,
I believe
it's
so.
at the top. Should be.
It should be.
If it's her original.
It's her original song.
Oh,
It
maybe.
should be.
Okay.
No, in my opinion, personally, I think they should have reached out to Tonda. I don't know if they did. Maybe they did. Maybe they never got through to
But
her.
they didn't know.
I do believe she deserves some sort of compensation. Honestly, it's her voice. It's her song.
I think it's on like this.
One second.
It's on feel. Go.
I just want to confirm something.
Yeah.
I keep hearing it said that it's her voice.
Yeah, it's her voice.
Because remember now, everybody and his wife
Yeah, man.
has used the slang.
No, yeah, but no, it's her voice.
Okay, because
It's her voice.
if it's her voice, so the person, the other TikToker then was
Mimicking. She was mine.
She was mine.
over the
Yeah,
girl's
the
word.
girl's voice.
over that
Yeah.
voiceover.
So she didn't do it over, you know. So that would be a whole different
So now
conversation.
I'll show you this now. So you see Rodney? No worry, I'm there. So the people on Rodney age and
Nobody know what.
Bro, on the legal part, we going on just on the technical part, you got to try and style, you know.
what's this? So
Brother, a bloody shoes them, eh?
big time. So yeah, but for the people who don't fully understand how TikTok works.
Yes.
So I will create a video. Let's say my thing will say, yo, my cup empty. Tomorrow, then he will do a video. She will hold an empty cup or even a full cup and be like, she will play the audio that I made.
Yes.
And then say, yo, my cup empty. So Tonda would have made this video. Thousands of people would have used it.
Yes.
It became popular and Juicy said, okay, use this now campaign. Two things. Tonda's visual is not what made it popular. vocal, make it popular.
Very true.
So them say, yo, that they use my people, what me like film visual, who me think more appealing. I'm gonna put them in this for go inside with this audience. I want to make an ad. They make an ad, social media ad. It went left. Brother, most people say, oh, the mother boy cut juicy patties.
Pretty?
People start styling juicy.
But she,
Remember when Beyonce said to the left, to the left?
hold on, but she helped make it go left.
Yeah, her video. Well, I'm later learning that that was based off of her video because I saw her video after the
Well, I think
so she was an uproar first.
beat herself.
She
She beat herself
Yeah,
too. You know the argument which tell you sometimes, bro, all you have the right, or you think you have the right, make somebody have more sense than you, or more experience than you, help you, because same way you just jump on the TikTok thing and it go viral, you jump and go rap. So you got the classism, you got the racism, colorism, yeah.
All of that.
All before you reach at the part that simply say,
Because Tonda, I just given
send a letter. Send a letter.
a picture. Tonda is dark skin.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
And
So-
then the young lady in the actual ad
It
is.
don't mean that. You got to be actually.
I like it up.
Yeah.
Alright, so when
Them nice.
I watch a thing today, I like to see Lee that nice and to sit on that. Listen, we're not two black girls.
Two black.
There you go.
Exactly.
One is light skin.
But remember,
that's why we came out the
colors.
colorism.
Yeah, so it's really
when I say, yo,
colorism.
It's
It's not
light
even classism
skin,
anymore, it's colorism.
bro.
And that's because some people believe that every juicy leaf is owned by brown people.
No, she like it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like it.
But here's the joke. You mentioned the TikTok creation. A lot of them are done that way.
TikTok is a whole different
Well,
world.
a lot of them are done that way, where my original creation becomes the voice over everybody else who I mimic.
Right.
For sure.
But
That's the
I
thing.
can also start a whole thing where an next thousand of it do the exact same thing you do, and we use Craigie vocals,
I was about to say.
Obama vocals, with
Yeah.
good
But I was saying,
intellectual property now.
Yeah.
Or,
and then there would be no argument there.
no, or,
But I don't
the
think
link
about that. The
or,
truth is, they're just,
I don't agree.
they see a trend.
Yeah,
they
and they're
participate.
jumping on the trend. Yep.
So I think, granted, I understand where Homegirl is coming from. Like,
I
it would have been nice for them to say, yo, you know what?
Yeah, be that.
Your thing is so popular, come and participate.
Yeah.
But they don't worry that.
You're right.
Because the royalties, whatever she's gonna get from
You're
the
so
people
right.
using that same sound over
Yeah.
and over again,
Yeah.
it's her compensation.
Yeah.
Truth is, we all want more. Ultimately, that's the only
Very
thing.
true.
Well,
But when it comes down
legally-
to legally and
legally.
integrity, she's not designated like.
Then nobody else,
Something. Yeah, nobody has-
nobody owes
yeah.
anything.
well,
Sure.
let's just be fair with something. The law can tell you,
We still got like, backwards.
like copyright and all these wonderful
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
If you don't have that, you don't have argument.
Yeah.
Law and legality is interpretation. When I did this is what I set out to do. When you used it, this is what you set out to do. And we now have an understanding, oh, so you did believe so and so. No, on that basis, compensate me. Even though I have not copyrighted. If you just want a simple thing, Dave Chappelle signed a contract, remember?
Yeah.
And perpetuity.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it came right back around to show that in spite of that contract, the intent was not wholesome. It never have nothing good about it. And it screwed him in the head. Dave, get your money.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And that was just my thing. Just saying that out loud and just say it was more of like an empathic situation.
Yeah,
Like, alright, you don't say, oh, you don't say I feel so.
Yeah.
Alright, see a thing.
Yeah.
See a thing.
Yeah.
But the
But
truth
we're
is,
not
them
really
going
handle
on.
this. Yeah, they really don't. They really don't.
I wonder how much should I ask them for them.
You know this is, oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Because
It's like you got something-
TikTok, we're talking about, you know. On TikTok, I hear last night takes half of what you make. Let's say, I didn't even know
How
this
many
shit.
people know the legal intricacies of TikTok? A lot of
There
people.
you go.
Well, all I can know is that you think that I'm going to agree with them, you know, for lack of a better word. Also,
Yeah.
1000%.
Seafood industry.
But say, but turn that.
Is
That's
it
the same
always
thing on
on
the
that?
top there.
is there?
Is there?
I can.
That's like
I can.
Best word
I can.
Bumble. No, it's not jarring.
Some raw souls.
Some raw souls.
RAW.
SOULS. Some raw souls.
Remember we used to go on second.
I love that.
Yeah, them got raw souls.
That's making them into some raw souls. Because the truth is, bro, you see the people that put up them phone and all themselves and I go, I said,
Who is this you that was in him? Shalom.
You know, say, I know, say,
Shalom. No, in bun the whole of TikTok like it. Yeah, in bun this stuff.
and then see one of the 8.5 situation there.
What?
Yeah, that's sad. You know why you say look at it?
No.
It's two of them now, was it?
It's two of them there?
Yeah, like.
Oh no, both of them that were in the video.
Right.
Both of them were in the same video, ironically. So I saw it. So we did it on my picture. Whatever I'm not listening. So I see this dude. I see this dude like you want to talk to him, then up on live. You know the match thing though. So you know match? Run not gonna work.
I see it, but I don't really understand it, but I see it.
So man say yo.
Bro, me up to the time.
Me versus you, and people are gonna vote for me. Those who are viewing the live, okay, vote for me, I vote for you. You get more votes, you win, I get more votes, I win. Pretty much. And that's how the roses and the other toys and shit we see them show up on the screen, that's their coming.
Which is money.
And then they pay for that.
Translate.
So, of course, you and the fun thing now is like, who can be more outrageous, who can say the wildest shit just to get attention. It come down to, well, compete for attention.
Yeah.
So two dogs depending now compete for attention and one man say, like you might use some weird voice, like you might say, oh, you think you're a killer? You don't even know. Say man like some cartoon thing. And man might say, that weird, you like, country man I come from. And man I say, yo, I'm a country badness, I live around the road from you.
Uh-oh.
You don't run the file and you say you're a killer.
Uh-oh.
Like bad boy say. I never said that. The last word man saying.
Jesus.
Gate, but I see a gate fly open, like the man look up and run off. So because it was him and the next dude sitting next to you. And the next dude run off and then him run off. And you hear, you can hear shots at him and say, you know. That's so serious.
Next you, then the match, you know, like you must have.
Yeah, the same man with the, oh, you say you a killer, you lose accent,
No, cause
everything.
I think for
Him lose all composure.
him not really.
You can't think of it again.
It's
Think apart of the gimmicks so they must be
there's no way this could happen.
Yeah.
The way it happened.
Savage.
That is crazy.
But it's the money. When man start to calculate, because them say, you have a set of youth now where them a watch everybody think who I get how much roses and you know. So
and
man calculate how much money I get.
know.
So you have to start paying me.
Damn.
You see that? Make money for life.
Typical Jamaican thing. When you start
And not even just that.
So
Craig know this from being in the music industry, when you have the people that roll you and they will watch your copy more than you, it's just now translated online. That's all that's happening now, you know.
and more blatant.
Yeah.
Because people used to hide and try to rob you, you know. Or hide and scam you, know. No.
Damn.
Oh, they're up front, you know. Come with this up.
Not Carolina.
When you're willing to kill somebody who are alive, you know.
On live, you know.
On live. You kill the person on live.
Bruh.
That's insane.
You're different than we, you know.
That's
But on you hear it, it was the person on the other side of the match that set up the look like that. It was an AI character, eh?
No, it was a real. That's what I said.
No, it's not a real.
Yeah, man, it's a real youth. That's why I'm saying, like, so after you get shot.
Even the movements of the eye and everything on the voice.
No, so you get like a filter on him. But
okay.
is a real youth. So even after you get shot, like, you must see you shot them there. So you lose him, you drop character totally in it.
Really?
Yeah, because he was like, oh, you said you were a killer. And
I saw that, yeah.
You know, the cartoon voice, and then like, after you lose character totally, like, oh, you shot them there. And then start talking to himself, no, man, them good. They run off, they're supposed to get you. Like, he might try to convince himself, say them good. You know what I mean? That's, I don't think he was involved. I don't know nothing about the whole game, I don't know. But as an independent, I don't think I'm involved.
Yeah.
I really wish FLA would just give the money some gun and not tell them, say, you know, smile and nod when people come for a bit. Maybe that would be alright.
That's gonna be another conversation.
Yeah, Shane was next level disrespect. When we say that, I say, what kind of disrespect?
No.
You apply for a firearm. I will not give you a firearm. Instead, smile and nod when they come.
No,
for a
man,
bit.
I feel that
They did not say that. I refuse to do
No,
that.
And flirt.
Yeah, you tell women to flirt. Yeah, I kid you not.
No, and
I kid you not.
I saw it and I said, not more than somebody did a
It's not there, just say.
and put down. And a man tell me say no, it really goes a mess about.
She ain't a bad man in real life.
Hold on. You know many people in this country beg, plead,
So,
show picture of them picnic
Right.
and talk about them family.
right.
And boy, bust them head see me.
It's funny.
After getting,
It's funny you said that.
after
It's funny you said
getting
that.
what them want from them, and you want to tell people that when Shatter show up in front there, they present the Shatter. Hi, how are you doing?
Right. No, because I'm saying,
I know you're
hypothetically.
aware that I
Yeah.
have some money, but I'm going to give it to you, and I want to wish you a really great
Please
evening.
don't shoot me.
Hold on,
These guys, so what happened?
And I want
Yeah, there's no money. Wait, I have a second phone. You want this one
No,
too?
I don't
Guys,
understand.
you have the nicest shoes. Come talk to me.
Come talk to me.
And that's the money tell you what you do.
I don't understand it. Hypothetically.
Smile and not be friendly.
And then the woman,
Apply customer service staff skills.
I
that woman was
Robbie, all
flirt.
that come to my head, I'm like, oh, Robbie, you're so sexy. Oh, my God.
Right?
yeah.
I expect him not to
No, like,
bust my
no,
head.
like,
I mean, I'm a student.
Ask
Yes,
for
I'm a
one
person.
person
I
again.
never thought that
Ask for one person.
Why only because you got it to my head?
Give me first. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so.
That's so hot.
We do like these shoes.
You like that shirt?
By the way, you know what's up? Cause people when we reach home,
But I'll show you something. I'll show you something. We'll tie it all together. So we're talking about TikTok and say TikTok make you them in episode.
Yeah.
And remember,
Russells?
yeah, Russell, sorry. And remember the criminals who went live on TikTok when the police did a badge in the place. Police saved someone life, TikTok saved someone life.
but man, them there.
TikTok saved someone life.
And them there deserve the category.
But I'm
First
saying,
things
I'm
first.
saying you can't kill me. When they're on
You're
live,
kidding me?
if you kill me, I kill you in front of all of you.
That's mad, sis.
No man, but for your man, I say killer. You don't know what I'm gonna say. Oh,
Funny.
oh, I'm gonna say bombard
They
star.
talk about me. It sound low. I like
Yeah, the
this
man
one.
out to bleed out that. I'm gonna say, what fly to do? Yo, charge down the door now. And the man knows say, any of them fly the door at the wrong time.
Yeah, man.
One
What
shot like right, but you see, police them smart. You know. Police up to know, the police are communicating to the man while they do a lot. So then, what happens now is you
What
inside.
in my life?
You
Don't
don't
kill
know
me.
what to do. So you start shouting at the man and squatting and say,
Hey.
but one thing them prove to you, all the while we tell them say bad man dead. You know, call them.
Don't baby.
Bad man a baby to call them.
But you see, it come right back around to this as I said before, this competition for attention.
Yeah.
Ugly man.
Can I said it? This is the biggest program.
Bro, yeah, but
It's
life
like,
as gunman.
but they are willing. People are willing to do anything and everything just for attention, just for some views and some likes and some sticker and some whatever something.
How much time? How much time you see a man do a lie? 3, 4 of them with gun. Yo, we there now. But this and you have said, bro, how
What are
that
you doing?
you know that the technology can make you be found like that.
Just like that.
But what it is erasing, you know.
But there are people, the biggest problem we have in the Craig is the amount of people who, just like them boys when they get old, the amount of people
who feel it.
when they're on the live and I say, yo, Chargy, rape, women,
Or erasing.
Woman and men.
What is it erasing?
it joke to you.
Not try to remember train of thought
And I
now.
would use
It's
the tongue.
No man, Lord man.
Tongue.
No man, Mikey.
No.
Mikey memory good, bro.
Well, until you can finish. You see, what we are seeing now is TikTok is bringing out what we really feel and encourage in Jamaica.
I know what I was going to say.
Yes, you can go.
Yeah, it's erasing people personal and internal validation.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking for people on the outside to tell you what you are
Yeah.
You're looking for people on the outside to tell you, say, yo, that man, that tough, you know, dog. People on the outside of you tell you, say, you look good. People on the outside of you tell you, say, you're successful. People, so you don't have no further respect for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't tell yourself, say, you're confident. You can't tell yourself, say, you look good. You can't tell yourself, say, you're successful enough. You can't tell yourself, say, you're good enough.
No.
So nobody now have that no. Nobody now have that no more. So everybody come in like some like a soft leaf, and the breeze blow them go any fucking direction.
What do you think Instagram did make for
If
that?
your son's nothing your fault for everything.
What do you think Instagram did make for?
Maybe that's why she said obsolete.
No, bro. Instagram became the biggest thing primarily because you were able to curate a life. So when you put out some life out there, then you post 100 picture. Fashionable Irie the most. She get X amount of attention. Another girl come along, nobody them know that girl from Adam. She have on literally a thread of clothes. Everybody go. Suddenly now then he grown up one part, you know, and they must say, she not qualify again, you know.
Gosh, now show the two body jar then.
And then you are.
Even one.
And then it start come down to who have more batija.
Yeah. Well, Instagram has become body jar contest. I swear.
1,000%. You know what? It's so funny that you guys
Instagram is naked granny guys.
Yeah, no. I'll just quickly say this. There was a phase when I was promoting 2 songs. And the pictures that I posted for those songs, the whole content I was always in a bikini or something. So many people started complaining.
We're
So many people started complaining.
We don't forget.
She's never clothed, blah, blah, blah. You know what I did, Craigie?
What's it?
I posted a photograph, fully clothed. I mean, from head to toe, I have on a cap, I have on a hoodie, all the way down. You cannot see no skin. And I caption, they say I am never fully clothed, but here I am fully clothed and still good. 100%.
No. You see that for the confidence of I talk about?
No.
That's the confidence of I talk about.
Yeah,
You see?
that's what Craigie said they don't have.
Yeah. So
It's true.
you already validated when you did forward this but the girl them who
They need it.
them need
It's
to
true,
go
it's
wrong
not-
when you
it's
too.
true.
Because them go wrong in it, that mean them more popular than
It's
you.
a body jar contest and a highlight
Yeah.
reel. Like, everybody does a show
Yes.
the best things at the end of the night.
Yes.
Most times the best things are when we really, you know, I can't take out my phone for that.
No.
I'm not really enjoy it.
No,
It's like,
half time.
It's an extreme
Yeah.
culture, man.
It is.
It's an extreme culture.
It is.
Everybody have to
Move.
outdo the next.
Yeah. And it's
I enjoy it.
Go any lengths.
If I record it for one, I'm not really enjoy it.
That at the end lengths, you know. And that, you know, bad man.
Yeah.
The thoughts of what you're willing to do. Few years ago, you know, we start some big party. The Frenchmen, and then I'm still on, we are saying, yo, how the tree reach a Frenchman? Because as far as we know, you know, we'll be able to work it out if you go to KFC, you know. So I say, no, and them very plainly tell me the truth. You know, it takes a certain amount of man to get a certain set of man to get certain things. So when you match it, them have the way to get the ticket, them to get the clothes, them to get the transport, to get the hotel. Good. I mean, I said, so like 3 man manufacturer. No man.
I see what I tell you. Them look at you, they will make man take off them briefs. Them look at you.
Take off them brief. Put on back them brief.
Alright,
You
hold
know,
up.
I remember.
Hold up.
I remember TikTok musically.
You remember?
Yeah.
When you see the
It
little
was
dance
so
challenges,
nice and
it was
wholesome and
beautiful.
fun.
Look at that challenges, it's a true man. You used to listen to the thing what the girl want to do.
Bad man, the girl.
It was like youths. It was like youths. Like
Yeah.
prep school.
My
youths.
opinion,
And then.
Let's not
It
forget
exploded.
the RUC. I feel like you know what it is, and I love my culture.
Are you seeing something?
But Jamaican people, I feel like them just try to normalize and everything that's bad. Oh no, you don't want.
Are you single?
Yeah, that's the point I was making. I was saying, you know, it bring out what we really
You know what?
encourage in our
TikTok is in
society.
Jamaica or what Trump is to America?
You know, it's funny I bring up US news.
He bring out the
Anybody see
parliament.
the youth? Anybody see the youth? Luigi?
Who?
Luigi Sean Words.
Yeah, what?
Hold on, you see Luigi?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see Luigi?
The youth that kill the CEO.
Yeah.
You took it,
They blame him a terrorist.
Yo.
The Ku Klux Klan has never been called
Call them
terrorist.
whatever they want.
And he's now labeled as a
Right
terrorist.
now, the youth is a rock star. Everybody over there love him.
Wonder.
What is he
Special
doing?
the CEO in the broad daylight.
Yeah, broad daylight.
Medical team,
Broad daylight.
that meant here or something.
Man, you used to play Hitman? Everybody used to play Hitman, and then you pull out the sniper, you weapon with the silencer.
Yeah,
Well, that man pull off.
Even though the gun jam,
Yeah, man, all experience, misfire and comes to bomb clear.
about 3 times, but
Drop him gun in the back, train back on the back, right off on a bicycle. Like, man say, that he was a trained assassin. Turn out, no, he's just a nerd with upset. I'm upset with the United Healthcare thing.
Oh my god! Sidebar, just like the sidebar, it was so funny you said that because there's actually a movie, and I tell everybody to watch this movie. Why? Because of all these school shootings that we hear about. There's a movie there, I think it's called Luckiest Girl Alive. It shows you from the perspective of the killer. You know, there are a lot of these school shootings, but this specific school shooting was based on a true story. Nerd. Bad have an AK, they're always picking on him. Frustrated. That little youth killed everybody in that school except 4 people. The 4 people that were next to him.
Alright. Yo, when we did that college, there was a secret. Everybody used to pick on him and he used to just take it. I'm gonna find it weird. Next thing. So because of that, I'm never pick on him. I was nice to the nigga.
Smart man.
So when he put the shoes up all alone,
them days we used to call it going postal.
I guess into the international news, Jay-Z. You see that situation there with Jay-Z?
I think if you're
They
gonna
tried
come
to
for Jay-Z, you
play-
can't miss.
Yeah,
If you're gonna come for Jay-Z, that better be a point blank headshot. You cannot miss.
Fam.
Fam!
Lots
How do you come for Jay-Z and
Lots
miss?
of people came for other people before and miss. And them gone on still.
Yeah, but in this case, you can't miss someone. Like, the girl,
Yeah, the girl missed
the girl's
so
story,
hard,
No, it's a lie. I was an apprentice.
Yeah.
yeah,
That boy
the
did
story
it.
is
That's what
rough. So you see and that kind of story, make it bad for other victims.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Because-
1000%.
When me tell them, say, from me to certain man gone in a life, you know, the man can't tell me nothing. Jay-Z can't stand while some man got up.
Do you think so?
If you need to stand, bro, if now get my rating from certain man go down, Jay-Z have to go down.
Oh.
Simply because all things intertwined, bro. Just like with R. Kelly.
No!
There are 100 people around R. Kelly 24/7 and I him winding up in a courthouse. Where the rest of man them dead. Did it?
Oh, you mean in terms of like accessories
Because you can't know them man there. By themselves.
Yeah.
There's no woman in the world who around any man in the studio.
But you are
Alone 2 o'clock in the morning. You have to go through 40 bridges.
I feel like you're joining 2 things you shouldn't be joining. They have him camp, alright. Everybody, them two artists are entertainers.
Yeah.
Kirk got off film camp, then he got off our camp.
Yeah.
Them are go somewhere, them are go unite, them are go par. At the end of the day, Kirk go start with film camp, then he can go start with fair camp.
Yeah.
When did he go someone go for a little bit of them?
Sorry
I
to
say,
that
oh,
man.
Jay-Z.
I don't know that man.
You get what I'm saying?
When you hear them other people, you have to tell yourself,
Let him land.
A lot of people can say whatever they want to say. That's the internet. That's what they're made for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if me know you as a professional, me I even know you through professional means.
Yeah.
If you think you gonna leave me and say, oh, I feel motherfucker 30-year-old, yeah, foul. You think you're gonna leave me and say that to me?
No, but you think we could have blood clot of a party at my yard with 10 people there, you being one of them, and me have some 13-year-old girl and you walk and tell people every day, say, me? Oh, hell no, I never see that shit.
But what I'm saying to you, Craig, when I say to you, B, you see, if I'm gonna go look for somebody and say, look, fuck a 13-year-old behind me. It has to be his bestest friend when you know say, nah, I'm gonna sketch on him. You're not gonna say that to a random stranger, you're not gonna say that to a co-worker.
You have a lot of bestest friends when you have money, bro. That's what the fuck with you.
And if you have all the money and you believe say you have a lot of bestest friends,
Talk to me now, man.
you don't have money for that. Believe that.
I may say to you, bro, one of the biggest problem people like this have is that the more you need to cover ground is the more people you fucking need.
No, the problem with it is he's a sick man. Like nobody
You
does.
know who the fuck
Nobody
people run them like the sick, bro? Who?
Yeah, but the
The
problem
fucking
is,
you come to know people sick. It must be blood clot, the circle of a wide at some point, bro. Even if it come down.
yeah. So you believe say Jay-Z in that circle?
all I can tell is,
Remember
in life might have changed, no.
Remember that the last.
But he
the last
been there
album
fucking
that
done
I
that,
did
bro.
Before
This time was it?
Yeah.
I think all the was some
Yeah, and
It's just interesting.
strange blood clot business, girls in the business.
I don't believe that is. I don't
And
believe
then
that.
you think them is like some one-off young girls who did what in the business. Now, holy talk about the parents them.
Yeah.
None of them carry them fucking 12-year-old
Yeah.
and 13-year-old daughter. But left mom's big man and said, make her a star, make her a star.
And but then due to them boys, so
That's what I'm telling you. The whole of them are judged by the
Justin
Bieber.
Poor little
Usher, a lot of people
Usher
don't
did
know,
Usher.
and I know Craig can back me up when I say this. Do not say anything.
Careful.
I knew someone was going to say that in you. Anyways, I know Craig will agree.
Yeah, but
But
back her up,
still,
please.
understand. Usher was like 16 when he was singing Nice and Slow 7 o'clock
Yeah, man.
on the
Tell me,
16
Campbell, you forget.
years
You forget.
old.
Tevin
They
Campbell.
were babies.
Wanna do you like some, like homework?
Yeah, man.
Hey!
I'm gonna say Quincy.
Hey, landed it.
But when they get no
Homework.
this is a little boy,
Yeah, so I mean,
right?
at them age, you teach them things that's still in.
Yeah.
So don't play like
No.
But when you go amongst adults and with them arguments,
And that's your message to adults.
Yeah, you're supposed to be,
That's what I'm
guiding.
telling you, the whole fucking business is sold.
Come on, yeah.
That the idea of putting all these quote unquote fucked cows up there and saying, yeah man,
Why do
No.
cows have to be
no,
fucked?
because the opposite of it is
Oh,
sacred
what?
cows, bro.
Okay.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Jesus. You can just say unsacred.
Right?
Oh
That's
my God.
sacred for
Bro,
real.
I never want to use that and then Craig doesn't say me to go look for the word.
No, bro. Let us all be educated.
No, come on, unsacred.
We were learning mad words. I'm looking at
Oh, and if you want to get with the program, Gen Z are saying my flappers were gasted.
Your flaggers were gasted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling.
Are your flaggers always gasted?
Not always, but sometimes.
Is it like your flappers are gasted or your gasted flappers?
Mmm.
We should stop.
They're right back.
Yeah.
You don't know, of course, I'll pick up our sponsors yet again.
Plastic.
Yeah, plastic, no ice.
Plastic.
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 That could be recycled going.
Plastic, no ice.
And if so, they can spend the money. Hey.
Do not advertise with
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Hey, hear what I said.
Spend the money.
That is why it's unscripted, and that's fine.
William,
You hear that? Yo, Willie.
come on, bro.
Short red.
Yeah.
Run a little butter.
Big plastic.
Kids.
Yeah.
Pause.
Don't do the juicy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, what a good
Why
day.
you always have to go to hell, bro?
Mother's meeting there. Hey, bro, yeah, look.
Any party words?
Big up yourself.
Thank you.
I'm just happy to be
Boundaries.
here, man.
Respect people boundaries.
Respect people boundaries.
Boundaries.
Right.
I
Yeah.
second that.
Big up all words with meaning and Google.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, all of the silent letters out there, don't know. The K's and the L's and the
Good
M's.
to know.
Yeah.
Oh!
No, I feel like saying I appreciate it.
As you said,
I
it's silent
appreciate
episodes. I want to make, I keep saying it, I talk about this story all the time, just as I find my notes. There's a line in a song that I heard. The K, do them like the K in a night. When you talk about silent episodes. Do you know how fucking smart you have to be to understand that shit?
Yeah.
You can't don't get that, you know?
Yeah. That's. We could have a better closing than that. We done. We done like the K in a night.
Yeah.